Hello, hello, hello. We are doing chapter 10, where I should be further along by now. So who's with me on that one? Who thinks that they should be further along than what they thought life was going to throw at them, right? I know I sure did. But then after reading this chapter, I kind of stopped and was like, that's a lie. So it really is a lie. So some of the things that stood out for me is our own negative self-talk can be more damaging than the emotional abuse heaped on us by a hateful parent. It is also far more insidious because there's nobody there to stop it, since we rarely even realize it's happening. Beating ourselves up about all the things we think we're doing wrong because it becomes a litany of white noise. Eventually, we don't even hear it anymore because it just becomes part of your daily routine. How many times do you guys beat yourselves up every day for not doing something that you said that you were going to do? All you can do is do the best you can do each and every single day. And if that means you didn't do the dishes, or you didn't go and do the extra errand, or you didn't make the hair appointment, or whatever, then it doesn't matter. There's always, there's another day. Do it another day, but do the best that you can every single day. So another thing that really stood out for me was, Rachel talked about getting together with a group of women, and she had asked them, well, why don't you guys like birthdays? And it really got me to thinking because next week is my birthday. And I despise getting older, and I don't know why I despise it. I just don't like it, And so she had made a point of the reason why a lot of people don't like to get older is because they dislike what they think that they haven't accomplished in that year. So I went through, and I haven't listed everything. I'm going to list everything because I really think that this was a really good exercise. And so I came up with 5 things that I've already done this past year since my birthday last year, because I thought, well, this is kind of an interesting thing to read right before my birthday, right? And so for me, I went from number 5 in sales to number 1 in sales for my entire company that I'm with. How amazing is that? If you really think about it, I'm the number 1 seller for the entire company across the United States. Super amazing. Number 2 was that I did a training in front of 500 women in person with a microphone. Super duper scary. I also did a training on Facebook for a group of people that had over 5,000 members in it. Again, super, super crazy. I went on a trip all by myself. That would have never happened a year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago. I've also read 65 books this year. Super crazy. So think about all the things that you guys have accomplished. And I know sometimes it may not seem like a lot, even if it's getting up every day and taking your kid to school. Even if that means getting up every day and making your bed. That's an accomplishment. It can be something so tiny, but yet so big and so satisfying. So I challenge you guys to think about this last year and where you were a year ago to where you are today. Because honestly, all of our own negative self-talk and all of our own inner bad little negative stuff that goes on, our inner mean girls, those guys, they take over full blown for sure. So, the other thing that I took away from this chapter is that you always have to give yourself some grace. Don't be so hard on yourself. Because really, we are our biggest critics. So it turns out that the most beautiful things in life are never really on your to-do list. It can be looking into the eyes of your child and just telling them that you love them. It can be going and purchasing an animal, a dog, a cat, a bird, whatever, and it's your emotional support, animal. It can be going to the therapist and just letting out all of your anger, all of your emotions, all of your, depression, anxiety, all that fun stuff, and just having somebody to listen. It can be something as simple as that. So just because there's items that may not be on your everyday to-do list, don't think that you're not achieving your goals, because you are. Another thing that's really helped me in the recent months to kind of get myself kind of focused and everything else was that I keep what's called a Start Today journal. And actually, Rachel Hollis puts these out. And on the front of this one, it says Hustle, but it's a Start Today journal. And each day I pick out, first of all, 5 things that I'm grateful for. And then I write out 10 goals that I want to achieve personally in my own life. So one of them, a secret goal of mine, is to have a 4-bedroom house on the coast of California. I know that doesn't sound something that, you may want to do, but that's something that eventually I would like to do. That I attend every Rise. Rachel puts on these Rise conferences, and I want to go. I want to feel the energy. I want to be around a bunch of women and just get inspired and get motivated. And that's what drives me. That's what gets me going every day, is all of that motivation, all of that positivity, and all of the affirmations that are out there. Another thing that I do is I have little sticky notes on my mirror. And every morning I read the 10 little affirmations that are on there. Things like, I am, I am beautiful. I am talented. I am a self-care lover. I believe in myself. I am worth more than anything else. So it can be anything you want. There's thousands of things that you can think of. Go do a Pinterest search and just type in the word affirmations. You will come up with lists and lists and lists. So some of the things that helped Rachel was making lists. We were just talking about this, lists, right? Talking to somebody. We talked about this already too. Go out and talk to a therapist. Go talk to your friend. I mean, heck, this is what this group is for. Come talk to us. We want you guys to open up and let us know what you're thinking. What are some of your, hard situations? You'd be surprised how many similar things that all of us probably have in common that we don't even realize, I mean, there's days that I get up and I'm just like, I feel really fat today, right? I mean, it happens, There's days that I get up and I'm thinking, okay, hi, I'm in my 40s. Why do I have a pimple on my face? It happens, There's so many things. Setting goals and not time limits. Just set the goals. There's no time limit on the goal. It doesn't matter how long it takes you to get from point A to point B, okay? It may take you 3 months. It may take you 2 days. It may take you 5 years. But write out those goals. So share with us what some of your thoughts were on this chapter. It really spoke to me quite a bit. Our next lie that we're going to cover tomorrow night is other people's kids are so much cleaner, better organized, and more polite. I don't know. I'm curious to see what your thoughts are on that one. So we'll see you guys tomorrow, and thanks for tuning in, everybody. Good night.